Welcome to the Thunder Show. What's going on, everybody? It's Adrian from over here at Pipe Dream Hookah. Today, part 3, Rami, Yucca Valley, California, High Desert Smoke Series review. For anyone who's not up on the loop, the last 2 reviews I did were sprung from this unboxing that I put up like 3 weeks ago. This guy, Rami, sent me a bunch of flavors and said, Adrian, if you like these, review them. If you don't like these, review them. Just, you know, let everyone know my shop exists, and if there's anything you don't want to review, don't review it. And I said, that is honest, and that helps my channel. And you know what, if that gets one extra person to talk about you or coming to your shop, I'm super stoked too. So let's do it. First 2 flavors were on Azure Dark. We're going to switch it up today. We're going to do something I've reviewed quite a bit in the past, and it's a Mazaya flavor. Today's is going to be orange blueberry. Not a whole lot goes into Mazaya. It's a pretty simple tobacco to smoke. It's a pretty simple tobacco to understand. If you want to know how I packed it or how to manage the heat for Mazaya, I'll leave a video in the description for you guys. I've covered Mazaya quite a bit up to this point. But other than that, we're going to review this like we review any other tobacco over here on Pipe Dream Hookah, which is going to be based on the scent, the flavor, the cloud output, as well as some other varying factors that go into kind of judging this tobacco. Let's start, as always, with the scent of the tobacco. And I've smelled this a whole bunch. This is not my first 250 of this flavor. And it smells exactly like I expected it to the very first time I purchased this for myself, because blueberry and orange is a pretty good mix from Alfaker. If you've ever had Alfaker blueberry and Alfaker orange, you probably thought to yourself, these are both really sweet flavors. If you mix them, you probably get this almost tropical kind of a smoothie flavor maybe, but you just end up with a really nice citrus blueberry mix. That's what this smells like. I think if I had to say there was one prominent flavor, the orange peaks out, and I think that's because orange, really any citrus, is going to have a sharper flavor that's going to cut through the scent profile of a tobacco. So the blueberries are a little bit in the background, but I don't think that's because they put more orange than blueberry. I think that is just a side effect of orange being a citrus fruit. I've got the matte pear today. You can't tell, but the matte pear just got a facelift because the awesome guys at Sky Hookah Distribution. I called or texted Gregory from over at Sky Hookah Distribution and said, let me give you money. I need new magnets. The magnets eroded. I didn't realize the care that the magnets needed, so it took them about 6 months before they eroded. And Gregory was like, nah. It's under warranty. Give me your address. I'll ship them right to you. I'm in Michigan, so the shipping from Chicago to Michigan is like 1 day. 2 days later I get it, and Sky Hookah Distribution is pretty sweet. Those guys are awesome. So if you're looking especially for a new Russian setup, go check out Sky. Other than that, the setup besides the matte pear is an 80 feet bowl. It's like a Gen 1 no stamp, and 3 prestige coconut jumbo flats on top. So let's see if this thing makes clouds. If you're sitting here asking yourself, wow, I didn't know Mazaya could make clouds because I've never heard of the brand, I don't blame you. Mazaya isn't a really popular brand, especially here in the States. And that's because in the States, especially us enthusiasts, the people who are out here smoking all the dark leaves and stuff with their sweet, either high-end American setups or their Russian or German setups, their sweet pipes, we tend to gravitate towards either dark leaf tobaccos or the boutique blonde leaves, like Azure, Trifecta, stuff like that. So Mazaya, at least in the States, has kind of fallen under the radar for most people. They have some really killer flavors. Their lemon mint is, I used to think it was second to none. Now I think it's 3rd place. I think I'll do a top 5 lemon mint flavors video at some point because I am such a lemon mint fiend. I just discovered Mighty Freeze from Starbuzz, or I should say rediscovered it. And I think it is a Starbuzz blonde flavor worth getting. Imagine that. But Mazaya, if you've watched my channel before, if this isn't your first Mazaya review, watching me blow Mazaya clouds, this stuff can produce clouds. More on that after the flavor profile, but just a side note, these flats are Stonehenge because this is an 80 feet bowl. There's not a lot of surface area. Don't char your Mazaya. Once you burn it, you cannot come back from it. More on that later too. But that said, let's check out the flavor profile on both the inhale and exhale, like we always do here on Pipe Dream Hookah, because that's the best way to describe a flavor profile to someone who's asking the question, hey, I don't want to spend all the money I went to work for to buy this tobacco. And I go, I don't fucking know, waste your money, but you shouldn't waste your money. Inhale first. Inhale is orange. The blueberry is very much in the background, but because citrus flavors tend to hit your the tip of your tongue and the back of your tongue at the same time with this really sharp citrus flavor, the orange cuts through on the inhale. The blueberries are a nice sweet after effect. Most of the sweetness is coming from the blueberry in this flavor, but it is a blueberry orange or an orange blueberry, orange first then blueberry on the inhale, and it's very good. It's exactly what you're smelling. I think the orange actually cuts through even more because it really hits your palate quite hard when you're inhaling it. Now, this is a check. We're gonna check if it changes on the exhale. Okay, so on the exhale, you don't have that same cut from the citrus that you do on the inhale. So the blueberry has room to kind of open up a little bit and show its pretty little blueberry little face. And it's quite good. There's still a pronounced orange flavor, but it's more dimmed down. You can taste the sweetness of the orange. It's definitely a candied orange. There's no orange peel to be found in this flavor. This is a candied flavor, make no mistake. And I've been doing a lot of candied flavors lately. Rami, did you intentionally send me a bunch of candied flavors because you knew I didn't like candied flavors? Nah, you wouldn't do that. But yeah, the flavor transforms. It's a transformative flavor profile. You get more blueberry on the exhale, but you get more citrus orange on the inhale, but they're both present for the inhale and exhale. So the flavor profile is really nailing it. Let's move on to what everyone who smokes Mazaya wants to hear me say, and honestly I have to say because it's true. There's a few factors about Mazaya that cause me to not recommend it to advanced smokers, people who want those 2-hour sessions, and that's that Mazaya has a very low burn time. 45 minutes to an hour and your flavor is gonna die. It's gonna die immediately. It doesn't even have any flavors like Alfaker has, where like it can go to 1.5 hours, except for maybe lemon mint, and that's because when lemon mint starts to die down, you can still taste that like lemon riney flavor in their lemon mint for a while, and I enjoy that. But even with lemon mint, the flavor does start to die down in about the hour mark, and flavors like this will just completely die. You'll get clouds for another 15-20 minutes, but it's gonna be pretty unenjoyable. I would recommend packing a new bowl. How does it take heat? Well, if you look at the pack description and packing method in the description below this video, you will see that if you pack it correctly, which is kind of a normal pack, kind of like you would pack Alfaker, it's gonna be able to take pretty much whatever heat you throw at it within reason. So like 3 flat Stonehenged on top of this bowl, easy peasy, no problems. There should be no issues here. If I were to un-Stonehenge these and char it, once you burn it, there's really no way to go back. That top layer of Mazaya, it needs to stay relatively uncharred for your session to go the way you want it to. At least for the first 20-30 minutes, don't char the top of your bowl pack. And then head buzz, none. It's a blonde tobacco. It's washed like crazy. Much like Alfaker, as long as you eat and stay hydrated, there's gonna be no buzz. That's gonna do it for this review on Mazaya's orange with blueberry. If I had to rate it real quick, I'd give it a 5 out of 7. And to make it very simple, it can't go above a 5 out of 7 because of all the performance issues Mazaya has. And it's not gonna go below that because you're getting exactly what you think you're gonna get when you pick up an orange blueberry flavor from Mazaya. You guys, I will see you tomorrow for the next Rami series video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, happy smoking.